back to our channel. We're Dos Cavazos, and this is episode 5 of Kenobi.
So, last episode I thought had some cool moments, you know, with Kenobi getting his groove back. However, like, in hindsight, looking back on it, I thought there were some things that were, I don't want to say out of place.
Fell flat.
It fell flat, yeah. I feel like that's the best way to describe it. I thought, like, you know, how Kenobi got Leia out to, like, putting her under his, like, little coat was a little silly. But honestly, I feel like the part that resonated with me after the fact that I was all like, is this really how he would act? Is when Vader confronted Reva after they got away. Now, mind you, like, they do have, like, Lola, which is, like, the tracker, which they're undoubtedly going to track down Kenobi. But it just felt like Vader wouldn't have just let that go so easily, you know? Especially, like, oh, I put a tracker. It's like, oh, I underestimated you. It just felt like he would have, like, I don't know, cut off her hand or something. Something a little bit more violent, just knowing Vader.
I think the thing, too, that we kept going back to was, this is not a spoiler, so I'm going to keep it really vague. But
or you could just say spoiler tag for whatever you want to say.
Spoiler alert for Jedi Fallen Order, the video game. So, you got some time, you know, click off, skip ahead,
fast forward,
whatever. Okay, so in the game, he gets pretty violent. He kills
Inquisitors.
He kills Inquisitors, and we see a specific scenario happen that is kind of similar to this, but the way he treats this certain Inquisitor in the game is a lot different than how he treated Reva.
Yeah.
Another thing for me, which I'm not trying to just sit here and just like be like negative Nancy, but like we gotta keep it real, I feel, you know. We're just keeping it real. I would like to see, since we only have 2 episodes left, I think that's why, you know, we're like, okay, we got 2 episodes left. Like,
we need more Anakin Obi-Wan.
We need Anakin Obi-Wan 100% for sure.
Say Vader Obi-Wan.
Yeah, but Anakin flashbacks. We got one.
Well, yeah, that's a big thing that we haven't really. It was more of like a.
It was like
fever dream, or
it wasn't even a flashback, but
that was one thing I was really hoping for when we went into this, like Clone Wars flashbacks.
Yeah.
Like that is like such a thing that I feel like would have been like really like took the show to the next level.
And also, I feel like we've rescued Leia twice now. I think like I kind of want to see it move on from that point. Like, let's go to the next part of the story. Now, with all that being said, there have been several really good elements to the show, in my opinion. I love Leia, you know, and her young self. I do think that certain elements of her story could have been done a little bit differently, but her as a character, as an actress, she's been great, wonderful. I've also really loved seeing Obi-Wan kind of like in a low point in his life.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still, you know, that's a very traumatic thing to deal with. Even 10 years later, he's still going to be dealing with it. It's not something you just get over, you know. And then just kind of seeing him come back to the Force, I think has been very fascinating. I do think that it's important that they have another fight, though, because of the whole last I saw you master learner thing going on here, because like the fight that we saw before, it didn't really fit that. But I don't think that was the fight, you know. Like, we're gonna get a fight between them. Even if it doesn't happen in this show, it's gonna happen.
I was also a little disappointed that like there wasn't further explanation why Vader did pursue Obi-Wan, you know, like from the fire from the previous episode. I still think about it like when Obi-Wan, like when he would have seen Obi-Wan, it would have been like a relentless pursuit. Very something similar to what we saw in Fallen Order, or how he just went ham in Rogue One. I thought we would see something more akin to that than what we did see, where he just seemed a little bit like more complacent, like, oh, we'll get to you when we get to you type of thing. So yeah, I really hope that these last 2 episodes focus more on Darth Vader and Obi-Wan, because I feel like Obi-Wan is honestly kind of taking a little bit of a backseat. Like, we are getting elements of him, but I really feel like it's been focused on Leia and Reva, and I feel like those are the characters that are kind of been taking like a little bit of a front seat, whereas Obi-Wan's taking a little bit of a back seat. And I feel like these last 2 episodes, they need to really emphasize those 2 characters, because I feel like it is like the experience between those 2 characters, and eventually I think that one thing that they have tease that they will pay off is Obi-Wan communicating with Qui-Gon, getting more one with the Force, and getting to the point where we saw him in A New Hope, where he was like very I guess more than what he was, obviously, in Revenge of the Sith, because obviously he was able to become a Force ghost and have that element to him that he didn't have prior to that. But, like, I don't know what that's going to be. Like, what's going to be the thing that's going to kind of, like, take him over the edge right now? That sounds like a bad thing. But, like, you know, to, like, kind of give him that little push. Mm-hmm. And I initially thought that when he found out that Anakin was still alive, that he was going to try and turn him. It just kind of felt like that, because there was also that line in Return of the Jedi where he told Luke that Obi-Wan once thought like you did when he was trying to bring him to the light. So initially, I thought he was going to have like an attempt like that as well too. But honestly, like, no, Obi-Wan had like some moments in this last episode where I thought like, you know, he was getting the hang of it. You know, he pulled out the lightsaber again. He looked like he was not, I wouldn't say 100% comfortable, but he was getting more comfortable. All right, well, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our Patreon if you want to see our full-length reactions to this series.
We also do have a second channel, Dos Cavazos IRL, where we do vlogs and other non-reaction content, and if you want to check that out, the link's down below.
All right, let's jump into this episode. Oh my gosh!
Oh, there you are.
Oh!
I think you weren't coming.
Oh, they're gonna like spar?
Then let's begin.
This is what we wanted.
Yeah. I was like, there can't just show Hayden Christensen that one scene and then, like, you know, his scarred face is Vader. I wanted more! He's remembering, though.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a Vader-centric episode, because I'm here for it.
Where is he?
The tracker worked. He's arriving on Jabim as we speak.
You have done well. Kneel.
Is he gonna make her the Grand Inquisitor?
What about the other one?
Grand Inquisitor.
No.
What? I'll get you. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till the next episode to talk about that one. Then we'll fully know.
Lock down the facility.
If we seal them in now, they can hold out for days. If we cannot break them...
It is not them we need to break.
Obi-Wan?
Sorry, but we're gonna have to... Lola.
Little Lola.
Sorry, you've been corrupted. You've been turned to the dark side.
We surrender, he'll kill us all.
He'll attack next. He hasn't the patience for siege. How do you know?
Ah.
My apprentice.
Oh, yay, yay, yay.
Go too aggressive, Anakin. Be mindful. A Jedi's goal is to defend life, not take it.
Oh.
Mercy doesn't defeat an enemy, Master.
Yeah.
Which is why you're gonna lose.
Oh, the anger, the hate.
Wow. I like that shot of her walking through them.
It's a heavy gun. Broken. We need the hangar roof open.
Did you try going in the vents to see what's going on?
I'm a little too big to be crawling around in the vents. Would you like to try?
We got Leia.
I'm going to need a ladder.
It's not playtime right now, Princess.
Do as she asks. Haja, will you keep your eye on her?
I am not a babysitter, Ben.
I have to go.
I know we said no communication, but your silence worries me. If he's found you, if he's learned of the children. If I don't hear from you soon, I'll head to Tatooine. Keep up with the boy.
If this is you stalling for time, it won't work. Lord Vader will have you at any cost.
You mean Anakin? You knew who Vader was.
Okay, yeah, explain.
Oh, yes.
Daiu, how did you know that? Vader would have kept that hidden.
Explain.
Too young to have known him.
She was one of the younglings.
Yeah. She totally was.
Unless you were there.
It doesn't matter where I was.
The night of Order 66, you were a youngling. That's how you knew you saw him.
Tell us what happened to Grogu.
That's enough.
He killed
She has pain, you know, in her
Yeah.
voice.
Oh.
Oh, yes! I've
We're
been
gonna see
waiting for
Anakin
this.
slaying younglings.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, oh she's going
Oh,
right
gosh.
there. How did
Oh, my
she get
God.
away?
I thought he was there to help us.
Oh, that's really sad. Oh my gosh.
I tried to help them, but I couldn't. I was too weak.
Because you were a kid.
I played dead, hid with the bodies, felt them go cold. They were the only family I knew. And he's lost.
You're not serving him, are you? You're hunting him. Let me
Why would I ever trust you?
Because we want the same thing.
Do we, Obi-Wan?
You come to the light?
What Anakin did. Where were you? While he was killing my friends. He was your Padawan.
Yeah.
We thought that could be like the
Why didn't you
resentment.
stop him? Why didn't you save us?
The whole Jedi Order fell. Like, I mean, it wasn't just him.
Wow. He pushed her that far.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like Vader might kill her? Like if he finds out?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
That
she's gonna try and attempt on
yeah.
his life, then
Yeah.
yeah, she's probably gonna die because Vader obviously doesn't die. So
And maybe that's how the Inquisitor maybe comes
back.
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
If his
If he's
one
still alive?
stomach is okay
Yeah.
out of the two.
Oh no. The droid too. Obi-Wan, you're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh, that's like a really sad moment. The droid and her.
Oh, detonator.
Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. That made me kind of teary-eyed.
Kenobi is already ours.
There's no way out, Master. Admit you are beaten.
Oh, the parallels.
It's over.
Oh, so he knew.
He'll keep coming.
That's why I have to stop him.
You going to fight him?
He expects me to surrender. He knows I'll do everything I can to protect these people.
You'll be on your own.
Archer, look out for her, will you?
You just give him your lightsaber?
Are you gonna fight without a weapon?
There are other ways to fight.
Okay. What do you have in mind, Obi-Wan?
You're gonna die soon.
You're not bringing him to me. I'm bringing him to you.
Oh.
There are families back there. Children. Are you gonna let him do it again? We could end this together.
You gonna flip?
What makes you think he won't see it coming?
Because all he'll see is me.
The stormtroopers are like, did she just say what I think she said?
Like, what? Oh.
There. Your weapon's gone. It's over.
Your need for victory, Anakin, it blinds you.
Oh.
This is gonna come back.
Uh-huh. Everything they
Okay.
said has involved this situation.
I will bring him in myself.
Attack! Just be like, boss!
Turn her off. Oh, are we gonna get Lola back? Oh,
Like,
Lola's
fix
good
the-
again.
Fix the shit you fucked up.
Got it.
Lola, do you even know what you did?
Everything's all set.
Vader's about to walk through,
Yeah,
and
get your lightsaber.
I feel like he's gonna kill some people. Oh,
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yes! This is what I wanted to see. Oh my gosh! Obi-Wan's gonna have to get down and
Yeah.
fight. Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh fuck yes!
wait!
Ah!
Oh, it was a decoy. Maybe like he was so blinded by
Okay, yeah.
his rage that he didn't pay attention.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's been known to do stuff like that in the past.
Yeah.
You're a great warrior, Anakin. But your need to prove yourself is your undoing.
But who was piloting it?
Until you overcome it, a Padawan you will still be.
Mm.
Is she gonna try?
Oh,
Oh,
he's gonna
gosh.
kill her. He's gonna kill her.
He didn't even have
He's
to
gonna kill
look.
her. Wow, he's just like nothing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I like that he can just use the Force, like...
Doesn't even have to pull out the lightsaber.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! It's gonna do it.
Oh shit, it would too? Oh. Giving her a chance.
Does he want to, like, fight her?
I feel like he'd just be so pissed from, like, Obi-Wan besting him.
That was cool.
Oh my gosh, is he gonna do her like Count Dooku? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
He's recognizing her.
No, she's just remembering.
Oh, but I was wondering if he was going to.
Oh my gosh.
Did you really believe I did not see it, youngling?
Oh, wow.
You are of no further.
There he is!
Ah, finally.
Hello, third sister. Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think? Your rage was useful. Now it is tiresome. We will leave you where we found you, in the gutter where you belong.
So did they just, like, have her do all this to lead them to Obi-Wan?
I guess so. Because, like, I guess he would have said, like, hey, she stabbed me, it wasn't Obi-Wan. Like, is she gonna find that thing that he dropped from Organa? The message?
But then she's gonna know about Tatooine and
I know, I don't like that.
Luke.
Something's wrong.
Oh!
If he's learned of the children, well, then Tatooine holds the boy.
I'm sure it's nothing. Thank you, Roken.
No, you're feeling stuff. There was a loose end.
Okay, Luke, finally. Now Reva knows about Luke, and I don't really know what that's going to do for the story. Obviously, keeping him a secret was a big thing. I also found it very unrealistic that they wouldn't kill her before and just leaving her there with, like, you know, the gut wound or wherever Vader stabbed her. I feel like he would have finished her.
Yeah, especially if they had known this whole time and were just kind of using her, you would think they would have been, like, made sure, especially because she did actively try to kill him at the end there. I mean, yeah, you would think that they would have, like, made sure she was fully dead. And we finally got the Grand Inquisitor back!
Yeah.
So he's a thing again. Rebels is saved.
Yeah, still canon. I'm guessing now that, you know, he was recovering, he got better. He told Vader that Reva is the one who stabbed me and not Obi-Wan. And I guess they just used her for a time just to be able to find Obi-Wan because she did have, like, I guess, the tracker with Lola and whatnot. I don't know what's gonna happen to her character, but I don't think that she's gonna die now. If she didn't friggin', like, die from, like, the blade to the stomach, then, I mean, now she knows about Luke. I feel conflicted with that.
Is she gonna go there? Like, what is she gonna do with that
That'd be weird to me. Like, who was supposed to know about that? No one was supposed to know about that. It was literally, like, Yoda, Obi-Wan, Organa, and Owen, you know, like his uncle.
And we did find out that she was a youngling, so that's how she knew about Anakin. That's kind of what we had assumed.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like the flashback to her as a youngling right when he stabbed her. And that she had seen, and this whole time she had actually kind of been going after Vader in a way, as well as Obi-Wan, so I guess she kind of blamed the both of them.
Yeah. I was disappointed that we didn't get that fight with Obi-Wan. I'm still hoping that we're going to get that. Now, we did get the flashbacks of him fighting with Anakin, but I thought that was cool. I thought, you know, there was the parallel between that scene and then obviously when Vader went ham on that friggin' ship, which I thought was the highlight of this episode. Seeing him pull that thing down, rip open the door. But the parallel is the fact that, you know, he was too enamored with, like, the wind. Yeah, he was too ambitious for the wind that he didn't realize that the other ship was there, which is what Obi-Wan told him.
Yeah, and he's done stuff like that in the past too, where he's kind of just been like, you know, in the moment, he kind of overlooks smaller things because he's so blinded by his desires. I also really liked seeing the flashback of him actually doing the Order 66, you know, like, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I'm glad that they actually gave us more Hayden Christensen that wasn't just like, you know, that one little scene in the desert and not him, like, you know, his scars and obviously getting his armor on him, which was cool, mind you, but to see him out there and do a little bit more, I thought was really cool. I'm really hoping, though, that we do get that fight with Obi-Wan, like another fight, because based off of what was said there, because he said until you do that you'll still be a Padawan. I'm hoping that's not the learner moment, like I want to see like a badass fight with him and Obi-Wan, and I feel like the first fight it was just Obi-Wan wasn't there yet. He's obviously gotten closer to where he needs to be. I'm really hoping that we get a badass fight between them, a la Revenge of the Sith, because I feel like we need that. Like we need that fight between them where they're both competitive, where Obi-Wan can best him in a sense, and then they could have that moment, because I could see it as a way is like, okay, he bested him in another way, because he said like, there's other ways to fight.
Right.
So I'm hoping that that's not the only thing. Like I'm hoping that we get something more there. I want another badass lightsaber duel.
Yeah, I don't really know what the finale is going to be like. Like I don't really have any full predictions anymore. I don't know. It has to do something with Tatooine.
Luke.
They showed Luke.
Yeah, presumably, we have Vader probably still tracking down Obi-Wan, but we got the tease with Luke, and it just seems as though Reva's going to make her way to Tatooine as well, and I don't know what's going to happen there. I feel like we'll see how they explain it. This show, I feel like, it showed us some things that were confusing at first, and then obviously I think this episode paid off a lot of those explanations, like the Grand Inquisitor, why Reva even knew who Vader was in the first place. Those things were paid off in this episode. Obviously it's going to have to end with Obi-Wan on Tatooine, so I mean, he's going to probably drop off Leia, I would imagine, in the first half of the episode, and then at that point probably make his way to Tatooine.
But wasn't Organa going to be going to Tatooine?
He was going to go if he didn't communicate. I guess if he may have taken off prior to him actually arriving, because he said that, like, if you don't communicate with me, I'm going to head to Tatooine, that Owen's going to need help. I'm just going to go off the assumption that he's probably going to get to Alderaan and Organa before that happens, and then it's going to be his journey at that point. But I don't really know.
Alright, well thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for our future videos.
And also head over to our Patreon if you want to see our full-length reaction to the series. We upload them over there. The link's down in the description below.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.